Hey, what's going on, everybody? My name is Trogdor, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Huge shout out to my good buddy Mid for genning this team, the team from week 2, and the team from week 1. Huge shout out to Mid for all of that. Shout out to Lantern Joe for recording this battle and the battle before that. I didn't give a shout out in week 2 for that. I apologize. And also Mid recorded my battle for week 1. So shout out to everyone, and the super handsome guy who did all of my graphics and made my logo and this layout and everything like that. That's me. I made all that. So yeah. Anyway, we have the third week, number 3. Week 3 of the UPBA. That's right. It's already week number 3 of the undisclosed Pokemon-based acronym. That's what UPBA stands for, the undisclosed Pokemon-based acronym. So we're up against John, aka Johnny, aka John Jr., aka John Seffer. You get it. And his Portland Nightshaders, which I forget exactly what the record was going in for him. It's either like 0-2 or 2-0 or 1-1. Either way, doing better than me, but I'm at like second to last of the whole league right now, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, I'm 0-2 -7, which is we want to get out of that losing rut as soon as possible. But hey, look at the team that's in our way right now. So we went over John's team in the team builder, and I mentioned a particular set that would just destroy me. Life Orb, Roost, 3 attacks, Kyurem Black, backed up by Scolipede, and like Baton Pass Speed Boost. And why didn't you bring Kyurem? Like, seriously, Life Orb, Kyurem, like Naughty or Mild would have just bodied me. So I'm very relieved to see that. I'm actually really surprised to see both Rotom and Volcanion on the same roster here, as I was expecting like one of those two to be here. But honestly, that just makes life easier for Celebi. Like I mentioned in my team builder, Celebi is going to be pretty huge for me this game, because number 1, Scarf basically outspeeds everything except Scolipede at plus speed boost or whatever wants to get plus 2 speed. Celebi does have a lot of natural bulk. I can't take a Mega Horn. I can't take a Banded Crook knockoff. I might be able to take a Fire Blast from Volcanion unless it's Specs. But either way, when I saw Team Preview and I just saw how heckin' amazing Celebi was for me this matchup, I thought, I'm going to lead it. Then I thought, haha, that's the smart thing to do. So he's obviously going to see that I'm doing that and lead Crocodile. So I do what I think is a smart thing and to not do the smart. Either way, I'm not going to lead Celebi. So we're going to get into the battle right here in just a sec. So I'm going to be issued a challenge in just a little bit here. Yeah, here we go. So not leading Celebi because I'm 100% predicting the Crocodile. So I, go in to grab the Intimidate first thing off. But he leads Volcanion. And I'm thinking to myself, man, I wish I led Celebi. Then this wouldn't be a Volcanion anymore, would it? Oh well, you win some, you lose some. So my dual stab does not do that much to Volcanion at all. So I'm going to get out of town. It's probably going to want to go for like a Steam Eruption or a Fire Blast, and Vaporeon's the best switch into the world for this Volcanion right here. It goes for a sub, and I would like this next play, I would like everyone in the Pokemon Awards to pay attention to this next play. The worst play I've ever made in my entire life. If you've been watching this channel at all, I've made some pretty bad plays. It's been pretty apparent throughout the times that I've made awful plays. Like going for Thunder Wave on things in misty terrain. Like going for Thunder Waves on Manaphy's that have done like Z Rain Dance. Sacking Mawile early on in the game. But here, this is going to top it all. This is going to prove once and for all that sometimes I just don't know how to play this game. So Volcanion gets a sub. That's annoying for me. I'm thinking I need to break this sub right away as he goes for the Toxic, which for Vaporeon, this is really unfortunate. So I'm thinking I need to break this sub right away. I even knew that it had Water Absorb because I was thinking like, oh, or I could go into Porygon 2 instead to trace that thing so it can't touch me. So I do what I should have done earlier because look, it can't touch me at all. Of course it's going to go for another Toxic. Fire Blast isn't going to do that much because that's not Specs or anything. So what was I thinking? Now both of my thick boys are Toxic. So Vaporeon, while I could have gotten a nice cheeky Acid Armor, it's just wow. Anyway, so I'm not going to let this thing continue to get subs up on me. So I'm going to keep going for the Tri Attack. I've luckily seen that I can break it because, Porygon 2 is, while it's bulky, it can actually hit decently hard. So hopefully this looks like a losing battle for him, but at the same time, no, I actually didn't realize the first Toxic actually missed. But now he lands the Toxic, which for me, it's going to be like, if he wants to go for more subs, that's going to be not great for me at all. So I don't get any status with Tri Attack. That's fine. But given that I'm on a timer, I don't want to stay in here too long at all. He's going to switch into Diancie, which is annoying as heck, and in its base form can tank Tri Attack like it's nothing. So I'm losing health really fast here. I don't want to let this Diancie go for like a Rock Polish or anything while I recover back up. So I'm going to make an aggressive play into Mawile as I can tank the incoming Moonblast or Diamond Storm. Intimidate, of course, doesn't work. And Diancie is going to Mega Evolve right here. Go from regular Waifu into Mega Waifu. And Diancie goes for the sub. So there are a couple things that I don't want to happen. Number one of those things being Diancie going for a Rock Polish right here. Because then my team just dies to the combination of Earth-powered Moonblast. If Diancie were to get a Rock Polish and I just let that happen behind a sub. So 100% I do not want this thing to keep the sub up. So I'm just going to be spamming Iron Head right here. I can tank a hit because Mawile is bulky as heck. I'm going to Mega Evolve as well and go for that Iron Head because it's going to do, well, it's going to break this up. Like if it doesn't break this up, I'd be amazed, like seriously. So I tank the Earth Power, well, not super well, but at least I tanked it because now I can go for the Iron Head. And I'm going to make another play and go for Iron Head again because oh yeah, that could really matter. I'm going to go for Iron Head again because Diancie is probably going to want to set up another sub, and there it goes. That paid off really well for me because had I switched and had it done that again, that would have been really, really bad for me. So now that I've shown what I can do, and now that Diancie can't really afford to get up subs anymore, I'm just going to go for the Sucker Punch and hope that I get some kind of crit on this or something, but no, not quite. It did a lot of damage, but unfortunately Mawile goes down, once again being almost completely useless for me, but luckily it prevented Diancie from being annoying and setting up. But now I can bring in Onion Knight, which can kill this with any move right at all. So looking at his team, as I mentioned, Celebi does really, really well. Leaf Storm just donks Diancie, Rotom, Volcanion, Crocodile. Earth Power does a fair amount of damage to Diancie, Metagross, kind of Volcanion, but not really, and Psychic does a lot of damage to everything except Metagross and Crook. So right here, the Leaf Storm looks really, really obvious, so my opponent obviously won't be going into that Rotom. So I'm going to fire off an Earth Power, hoping to catch something like maybe the Scolipede, maybe the Metagross. But a smarter play would have been to go for the U-turn just in case Croak came in and Pursuit trapped me, but I'm going to be going for the Earth Power right here. As he brings in the Volcanions, so it likely will not be able to tank 2 of these. It still would have died to the Leaf Storm, but yeah, Volcanion goes down, so it was a headache for me early game, but then it wasn't anymore. But unfortunately, both Porygon and Vaporeon are toxic. So Scolipede comes in here, and me being a smart Pokemon player, I've used up all my dummy points for this battle. I'm going to be smart from here on out, and not even the scariest Mega Horn in the world can stop me. So I've used up all of my dumb plays, only smart plays from here on out, and that includes switching out right here into, I think I went Vaporeon. No, I go Porygon here. Saying those things 10 times really fast, I dare you. So I can snag a speed boost, I can go for a Psychic, I can make this Scolipede not so much of a problem, even though, oh right, I'm at like half health. But tracing the speed boost is really fun right here. But he goes for an SD, and I was really hoping to not see a Swords Dance. So this is obviously like an offensive Scolipede rather than like support Baton Pass. A sub would have been really annoying there too, but then I would have been able to tank a hit, but now I can't tank any hit, and I could just gotta hope that this misses, but no. So Porygon goes down after doing, well, after breaking Volcanion's sub, but that was literally it. So now it's at +2 speed. I can't outspeed it with Celebi. So I go into Salamence because all I can do is get its attack down to +1 from +2. And I resist the Mega Horn. I'm immune to the, what do you call it? Earthquake, if that's one of the moves that he's carrying. And then if his last move is Rock Slide, I can live it. If his last move is Poison Jab, I can probably tank that as well, given that he's at +1 instead of +2. So I just gotta hope that I can tank one of these hits. It's not worth it going for the Dragon Dance right here. Instead, I need to, what do you call it? I just need to go for my big boy Z Outrage right here, because that'll 100% knock out the Scolipede. Anything he wants to switch in will get knocked out by that as well. Like, if he switches out here for some reason, which I don't see that happening. So I'm going to go for the big boy move. And, like, I see that the only way of, like, not getting completely bodied from this by the Scolipede from here. So he goes for the Rock Slide. Barring a crit or a flinch, I live. Not very comfortably. But now I'm going to go for my big boy scary dragon move. So, unless something goes horribly wrong, like this is fully physically defensive or something, which it's not. Look at how much that Rock Slide did. So Scolipede is not going to be a problem anymore, and Salamence will actually, you know, be doing something. So, yeah, bye. You're not a Scolipede anymore. Get out of here. No. But no matter what, Salamence is going to go down this coming turn. Dancy is going to KO me just in case it wants to get cheeky. I like hit Earthquake right there, but nah, Moonblast is going to donk me. And I think I can bring Celebi straight back in right here. Yeah. So this time I believe I just go for the Leaf Storm. Yeah. So Leaf Storm is going to like just take that Dancy out. Again, it probably would have been smart to go for the U-turn because again, it's just super safe for Crocodile to come in right here. Which, hey, look, it does. I'm thinking to myself, Pursuit is scary, but if I don't switch out, I can live the Pursuit. And even at -2, I believe one Leaf Storm will do like 60-ish%, and the next one will do like, well, probably won't be able to live whatever hit Croco. Anyway, I'm going to go for Leaf Storm right here. I'm not going to get Pursuit Trap. That's like bad. And yeah, just going to fire off a big Leaf Storm right here. If I get a crit, it KOs, but otherwise it'll do a really nice chunk right here. So just as I hoped, it would be able to kill on the next hit. But he goes for the knockoff, and that's not going to be a Celebi anymore. Except it is. So somehow Celebi lived that knockoff. And I'm thinking it looks like another Leaf Storm can kill, but probably not, given that he's leftovers right here. So the knockoff sucks. However, I think because he clicked knockoff right there and my choice scarf is gone, I think because of that, Celebi can win. Now hear me out. I dunk the Rotom and I'm faster than it. I hit the Metagross really, really hard with the Earth Power. It doesn't quite KO, but I still have Emboar in the back that can like Flare Blitz Metagross to oblivion. It can live any one, possibly even 2 hits from the Metagross and just blow it back with a Flare Blitz. Or at the very least put it in range for Celebi's Earth Power. So if I can get that huge chunk of damage on Metagross and come in with Celebi, because I'm not choice locked anymore, it can win. And I'm like, holy crap, I did not deserve this chance after making that atrocious like first couple plays in the game. So that's pretty great. Yeah, it's lefty, so it was definitely a bulky Crook. So he probably sees that he can't live another Leaf Storm, and is just going to go into this Metagross, which can tank a really big hit. So given that Celebi is low, I'm like 100% expecting a Bullet Punch of some kind to come through, which Emboar just like eats for breakfast. So I'm going to go straight into Emboar right here to tank the Bullet Punch that it goes for. And oh, but it goes for Earthquake. So that was actually a very good play on my opponent's part. But as you can see, it does just slightly over half. And after leftovers, I will be able to comfortably take... well, not comfortably, but barely be able to take another hit and blow that thing back with Flare Blitz. And from there, Celebi can win. And I'm like, holy crap, that's amazing. I really, really, really want to win this game. And it's very likely to happen. Even though it's 3 versus 3, Vaporeon's like basically dead. So Rotom comes in, which of course will tank my Flare Blitz. So he probably saw that Metagross is just like dead at that point. So unfortunately I do get a little bit of recoil, but after my leftovers I'm basically back up to where I was. Yeah, back up 1 HP higher actually. So I'm going to get out of here. The only thing I can really switch into is Vape. If it wants to go for the Thunderbolt, that's fine. If it wants to go for Reflect, that's interesting. Because, yeah, okay, if that really floats your boat. But yeah, Vaporeon special, Celebi is special, and by the time that he is able to take out Vaporeon, the Reflect will be gone, but yeah, okay. So, I'm Spidef, well, a little bit of Def, a little bit of Spidef, but I can tank that Volt Switch and drop Acid right here. So as Crook comes in, Vaporeon's going to drop Acid, and then it can't do anything to me, and I can just get rid of Crook with the Scald. Which, even though it wasn't a problem for Celebi, it means I only have to go for 1 Leaf Storm later instead of 2. I'm just hoping that I can, you know, get rid of this Crook right here. But Toxic is going to start taking its toll. I can live any 1 hit from the Crocodile thanks to my +2. Knockoff is still going to hurt though. But yeah, I can just get rid of this with Scald because it's not affected by the Reflect. Which, kind of curious why he went for that though. Like, maybe he was expecting the Emboar versus Metagross face-off to come sooner than it was. But yeah, the Rotom comes back in. It's probably just going to go for the Volt Switch. But that means I, you know, get my free in with Bobby B, and he's going to be forced to stay in with the Metagross. So right here, it just basically comes down to, can I live another Earthquake from the Metagross? If I go down to my recoil, that's fine. It just means that Celebi has a free in. So hopefully I can live this EQ and just blow it back with the Flare Blitz, because even the Reflect is still up. But even after the amount of damage that it does with the Reflect, it would still be in range for Celebi's Earth Power. So I just got to live this hit right here, and then I win. But if I die, then I have no chance to survive. Oh, yeah, that'll happen, I guess. So Celebi comes in. Unless I get a crit right here, then Earth Power's not killing it. Or go for the Earth Power. And it's Shuka Berry anyway. That wouldn't have killed, but yeah. So, and he's going to go for the Ice Punch, and that is going to be game. So, good game to my opponent right here. I obviously lose 2-0. Yeah, good game to my opponent. The Volcanion, like, I just played so poorly around that. Scolipede was super scary, like, offensive Scolipede. I was 100% expecting, like, a speed boost support one, so I was more concerned with the things that it could have passed into versus Scolipede itself, so kind of had to go for the big boy play with Salamence right there. But yeah, otherwise that was a great game. Came down to the Earthquake roll at the end there, but it was probably just much more in his favor. Yeah, I was really hoping for Emboar to come through there, but, you know, it happens. Anyway, good game. I do drop to 0-3 now, which is unfortunate. Didn't want to be here, but sometimes you got to start off the season like this. But got a few really tough matches over with, so I've got to go through the rest of the season. So stay tuned for that. Like the video if you liked it. Comment down below if you got anything else to say about this match or life in general. And subscribe if you're new or want to stay up to date with the rest of this content. All the coaches' links are going to be in the description. And yeah, so that's all I've got for today. So I'll see everyone in the next video. Take care now. Bye-bye.